Happy Match Day 35 week, everybody. We are coming down to the end of the MLS season. 4 matches left. Some teams maybe have five, maybe have three, but we're coming down to the end. A lot of teams will be having playoff games for the rest of the season, in a sense, to make the playoffs. But before we get into those Match Day 35 predictions, we got to take a look at the nerdy soccer table. Cote reclaims his number one spot solely with 32 points. Jay jumps Matt's picks to take over that number two spot with 31 points, but Matt is there in third with 30. And then rounding out the top five, we do have a tie for fourth place between Sam and Joey at 28 points. We had a very good match day 34, in my opinion, getting 8 out of 14 matches correct. Hopefully, we can do that here in match day 35. So let's jump into those picks. So kicking off the weekend, we have CF Montreal versus San Jose Earthquakes. Montreal, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, where the Earthquakes, 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. San Jose is just terrible. I can't believe how terrible they have been this season. Hopefully, they bring in a good coach. I've seen Berhalter links, plus multiple other coaches there to be the next coach in San Jose. But Montreal, 6 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses there at home, where Earthquakes, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 11 losses. I can't see San Jose going on the road and winning this match in Montreal. I just think that Montreal is a better team. Yes, they're not performing the greatest, even though they are currently on a 3-match unbeaten streak, which is fantastic for them. But I think they have no problem with San Jose in this match, and they win 2-0 over the Earthquakes. So next up, we have DC United versus Columbus Crew. Currently, DC United, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Columbus Crew, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. DC United are coming off of a big loss to the Philadelphia Union, losing that match 4-0 there at Subaru Park. Columbus Crew coming off of a 4-3 victory over Orlando City, which that's a big win for Columbus because they're trying to keep that number 2 spot. Currently, DC United 4 wins, 4 draws, 7 losses there at Audi Field. Columbus Crew 8 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses on the road. Win probability 83% to the Columbus Crew, and I think it's going to stay that way. I think that Columbus go on the road here, get the 3 points, and they win this match 3-1 over DC United. So I think one of the biggest matches of the weekend, we have FC Cincinnati versus LAFC. Currently, Cincinnati, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. LAFC, 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. LAFC are not looking that great currently. Cincinnati at home, 7 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. LAFC, 5 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses on the road. The win probability is very, very close in this one. 38% in favor of Cincinnati, 36% in favor of LAFC. And I think that it actually ends up in the middle. Expected goals is 1.3 to 1.3. And I think that's what we end up with. We end up with a draw there in Cincinnati at 2-2. Next up, we have Inter Miami versus Charlotte. Inter Miami currently 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches, where Charlotte 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Inter Miami currently on a 5-match unbeaten streak, which might extend a little bit longer. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. But their last 2 have been draws. Charlotte, on the other hand, not very good form, but coming off of a 4-0 victory over the Revs over the weekend. Inter Miami, 10 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses there at home. Charlotte, 4 wins, 3 draws, 8 losses on the road. Of course, the win probability is in favor of Miami. And I think Miami has no problem with Charlotte. I know Charlotte are coming off that 4-0 victory over the weekend. Inter Miami still need to get points. There is a chance that they break the record if they can pretty much win out. I think if they win so many and get 1 draw, they can still beat the single season record 4 points. I don't know if they're going to go for it, but we'll see after this weekend. I think Inter Miami win this match 4-2 over Charlotte. And that leads us into the Revs versus Nashville SC. Currently, the Revs 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Nashville 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3-match unbeaten streak. Are Nashville finally starting to turn it around a little bit here at the end of the season? I just don't know. They might be a little too late for anything. The Revs, 4 wins, 4 draws, 7 losses. They are at home. Nashville, 3 wins, 3 draws, 8 losses on the road. Win probability is in favor of Nashville, but only slightly, 36% to 34% for the Revs. Expected goals here is 1.04 for the Revs, 1.07 for Nashville on the road. And I think again we end up like that. I think that this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at Gillette Stadium. Y'all might make fun of me for this one, but we got the New York Derby. New York Red Bulls versus NYCFC. Currently the Red Bulls 3 draws, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. NYCFC 3 draws and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. So this should be a good match. I hope. Both of these teams are not in very good form right now. A lot of draws, a lot of losses. Red Bulls at home, though, 7 wins, 7 draws, and only 1 loss there at Red Bull Arena. NYCFC, 3 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses on the road. The win probability is heavily in favor of the Red Bulls at 51%. Their expected goals is 1.3 to NYCFC's 0.7. Seabass, Insider, this is for you. I have to say the Red Bulls turn it around here at home at Red Bull Arena. This is the New York Derby, and I think that the Red Bulls win this match 3-2 over NYCFC. Now, for the match that I am most scared of for the weekend, that is Philadelphia Union versus Atlanta United. Currently, Philadelphia 3 wins, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Atlanta United 1 win, 2 draws, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Both teams are currently on a 2-match unbeaten streak, but Philadelphia's is a winning streak. Atlanta's is both a draw streak. Philadelphia Union have scored 9 goals in their last 2 matches. And that is very scary to me because Atlanta is going to Subaru Park. Philadelphia Union, though, 4 wins, 4 draws, and 7 losses there at home. Atlanta, 3 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses on the road. The win probability is 40% in favor of Philadelphia Union, and then it is a split 30-30 there for draw and Atlanta United. The expected goal is 1.4 for Philadelphia, but that is their whole season because we know what they've been doing lately, the last 2 matches, and 0.9 for Atlanta United. I think Philadelphia have no problem. If Philadelphia continue to play the way that they're playing, Atlanta do have some fight in them, and they are fighting. They got a draw against Miami and then a draw there at Red Bull Arena. I just think Philadelphia are a scary team. If they're getting in good form, teams in the playoffs better watch out for them. They're just a good team. And I think that they win this match pretty easily against Atlanta United. And I think they win 3-1 at Subaru Park. Now that takes us to Texas for Austin FC versus Real Salt Lake. Currently, Austin 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Real Salt Lake 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 2-match unbeaten streak. Austin 6 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses there at Q2 Stadium. Real Salt Lake 4 wins, 7 draws, 4 losses on the road. The win probability, of course, is in favor of Real Salt Lake. They just look better. You know, they are the better team than Austin this season. Expected goal is 1.3 for Austin, 1.8 for Real Salt Lake. And I think it ends that way. I think Real Salt Lake go on the road here, get the job done, walk away with 3 points, and they win this match 2-1 over Austin. Now, for a match that is not too great of teams, we have Chicago Fire against Toronto FC. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm saying that the teams aren't that great. Chicago Fire currently 1 win, 4 losses in their last 5 matches. Toronto 2 wins, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Chicago, very mediocre at home, 5 wins, 3 draws, 7 losses. Where Toronto, 4 wins, 3 draws, 9 losses on the road. The win probability in this one is also close. We've had a lot of close win probabilities for this match day. It's 37% in favor of the Fire, but 34% in favor of Toronto. The expected goals is 1.1 to 1.09, so fairly close. But I think Toronto go on the road and get the 3 points there in Chicago at Soldier Field. And I think they win this match 2-1 over the Fire. That leads us into FC Dallas versus Orlando City. Currently, Dallas 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Orlando City 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Orlando have kind of turned it on lately. Yes, they have 2 losses in their last 5, but their last match they did play against Columbus Crew at Lower.com Field and only lost by 1. It was a 4-3 match, but before that they were on a 3-match winning streak. FC Dallas, very mediocre at home, 9 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. I guess it's not very mediocre when you have 9 wins at home. Orlando City, 6 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses there on the road. The win probability is in favor of Dallas there in Texas at 44%, and Orlando's 35%. The expected goal is 2.1 for Dallas and 1.8 for Orlando City. Now, if you round down and round up, I think that's what the score is going to be. I think Orlando go on the road here, get a point, and this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Dallas. So next up, we have Minnesota United versus Colorado Rapids. I think this match is going to be a pretty good match here on the weekend. Minnesota, 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Colorado Rapids, 2 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Minnesota at home, 5 wins, 4 draws, and 6 losses, where Colorado are 5 wins, 2 draws, and 8 losses on the road. Even though Minnesota's at home, the win probability is in favor of the Rapids at 47% to 32% there for Minnesota. I don't think that Colorado go on the road and win this match. I think Minnesota are playing fairly decent right now, but I do think that Colorado go on the road and get a point, and I think this match ends in a 1-1 draw there in Minnesota. So we have another rivalry match here for the weekend. St. Louis City versus Sporting Kansas City. Currently, St. Louis 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Where Sporting Kansas City 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. St. Louis struggling at home, 5 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses there at City Park. Sporting Kansas City, though, very much struggling on the road with 2 wins, 3 draws, and 10 losses on the road. But somehow with that, the win probability by 1% is in favor of Sporting Kansas City at 36%, 35% for St. Louis. That is all based on scoring away, scoring at home, allowing away point. It's a whole thing. The expected goals is 1.12 to 1.15 for Sporting Kansas City. But I have to go against that. St. Louis, yes, I have picked you 15 times this season. You've only won 5 of those for me. I don't know why, but I'm going to believe in you. I think that you get the job done in this rivalry at home. You win this match 3-1 over Sporting Kansas City. Now on to the second to last match of the weekend. We have Seattle Sounders versus Houston Dynamo. I think this is going to be a fantastic matchup there in the West. Seattle currently 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Houston, 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches. Seattle currently on a 3-match unbeaten streak, where Houston are on a current 5-match unbeaten streak. Seattle have not lost to Houston in their last 5 meetings between each other. Seattle at home, 7 wins, 6 draws, 2 losses, where Houston 8 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of Houston at 38% to Seattle's 33%. So another very close win probability coming down to the end of the season. I'm going to have to go with this. I think Houston goes on the road here. goes into Lumen Field, gets the 3 points, and they win this match 2-1 over the Seattle Sounders. And then last but not least, we have Vancouver Whitecaps versus the Portland Timbers, currently Vancouver. 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Portland Timbers, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Vancouver, 6 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses there at home, where Portland are 3 wins, 4 draws, and 8 losses on the road. Another close win probability in favor of the away team, 40% to the Portland Timbers to 38% for the Whitecaps. I don't think that happens because the expected goals here is 1.8 to 1.8 for both teams. I don't think that we get 2 goals apiece, but I do think that this match does end in a draw. I think it ends in a 1-1 draw there in Vancouver. So that is it for our match day 35 predictions. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content. The QR code is on the screen. Get involved. Make your predictions for those 3 matches that are out there. Climb the nerdy soccer table. But until then, we will see you for the next video.